Center.
Well, it is episode 50 of Relatable. We've been here for a year and something, and we're still pretty terrible. And I've got something in my hole.
Welcome to the 50th episode of Relatable. I can't believe we made it. Look at how far we've come.
Guinness, come over here and measure the length of our cum because it's far.
We are shooting loads so far.
So far into space that, you know, we may have affected the path of some comets and or planets.
Well, you know how that Chinese spy balloon got shot down the other day? That wasn't the U.S. government. That was our load shooting across the sky, and it took it down, which you're welcome to the U.S. government for that. They definitely owe us a solid, just saying.
Yeah, you know, an unintentional win from our podcast fame having skyrocketed as of late. And, you know, I was telling Jillian, like, we got some new friends. We got some people in Michigan listening in, Sister Bay, Wisconsin. Shout out. So I was telling Jill, like, we've just, I don't know, our fame has just a little, like, skyrocketed a little bit, you know?
Well, I actually have a really exciting announcement to make. With the news of the podcast doing so well, I've decided to leave my job to do this full time.
Like you're going to tell them like this week that you're leaving?
No, I already did. Like it's done. Like I
You like put it in writing, like legally binding writing that you're leaving your job?
Yes, I quit my job. Like I'm no longer employed. What? I'm sorry. I thought you would be like a little more excited about it.
I appreciate your commitment. I just you know what, I said the podcast downloads went up from maybe 20 to 30 something.
Right, like 20 to 30,000. I mean, that's a lot. Like,
not exactly that many zeros, but it has gone up. I'm just gonna say, you know, did you at least leave some sort of foot in the door?
No, like I burned every single bridge. I didn't think it would be necessary to like to have to do it like in a nice way, because like I can just do this full time.
Right. Right. And when you say burned, you burned bridges, you mean that figuratively.
Look, for legal reasons, I cannot disclose that, but you're telling me I did that for nothing.
Look, I think that it's not my place to judge, but if I were in that position, maybe, you know, I would have kept the job instead of completely burning it to the ground.
This is terrible news. Thank you.
Look, I just came here to be honest with you. I just thought you would have picked up on the clues that maybe nothing has changed, considering we're still recording in my kitchen in a power outage, and there's cockroaches climbing over my soiled underwear on the floor. We're not exactly living the high life quite yet.
I got the Roach's Gucci belts in celebration, and you're telling me that I wasted my money?
Look, I do have to say the Gucci belts were a great idea, and they look stellar. But we don't exactly have a ton of money any flowing in at this point in time. So I'm just saying, you know, you got to be smart with your money. But yeah, so nothing has changed. We're the same dumb whores that we've always been, recording a podcast in a power outage like we have so many times. This time, however, apparently a tragedy sparked the power outage, which I don't want to get too much into it, but there was a high-speed cop car chase. And the driver crashed his car into a transformer.
Oh my God. Is he okay?
I don't know. You know, I was looking for footage on the Citizen app.
Girl.
I think it was Bumblebee.
Oh my God.
I don't want to say for sure. But someone crashed into our transformer and
Oh my god, is this how I find out that Bumblebee's fucking dead?
look, there is a body shop nearby. I'm sure he can get some emergency surgery, but
This is the worst day ever.
do you want the puke bucket?
Yes, and can I have some milk, please?
Okay. Well, my fridge is I can't open it at the moment, and I'm pretty sure most of them are
Tit now.
Okay.
That's much better. Okay, this bit is over.
So, long story short, we have 10 or something new friends who are listening in.
And we just subsequently lost them in one fell swoop.
The Michiganeers. What? That's not a word.
Whoa.
The Michiganers, our new friends from Michigan, are drowning themselves in their Great Lakes right now. just
to get away from this.
they've had enough.
Fire.
Well, they're diving in with their phones so they can also get electrocuted at the same time. So
They're like, honey, I'm taking the toaster for a walk into the lake.
just an unplugged toaster.
The wife's like, I already took the toaster out. This is so stupid.
Well, like I said, welcome to Relatable. This is who we are now.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We appreciate your support during this difficult time, during the loss of our friend Bumblebee.
And the loss of Jillian's job.
Yeah, that actually was not a bit. I didn't quit my job. Unfortunately, I was laid off. So that's fun.
They're just going through some restructuring, and the structure didn't happen to include Jillian anymore. So
Yeah, so fun. I'm currently #open to work, as you would say on LinkedIn.
It's like a Jenga tower. You can still have a tower. You just need to carefully remove the pieces to make sure it doesn't all collapse.
Exactly.
And
I was a removable piece.
it's fine. And it's fine. And it says nothing about your value as a person, and it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Never feels good to be let go from a job.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I think we've all been there. I haven't, but I think a lot of people have.
I don't know what the fuck you're going through, but I'm sure somebody could relate.
No, but Jill, I don't know. I think you seem to be in a good place. You've had a nice weekend with friends, and you just came over. Lindy, our one and only patron, Lindy, you came bearing gifts from her because she was a little sickly on my birthday, and she had the measles.
Nah, she had the measles and smallpox and polio.
Anyway, so Jillian came bearing gifts today from Lindy, and in a old Costco chocolate chip muffin box presented an array of different sugar cookies in various shapes.
Yeah, so they were handcrafted by Lindy and yours truly. And the inspiration was, it is gray sweatpants season for all the penis havers out there. And, sometimes when your man is lounging around the house in his gray sweats, you just get a nice little peek at his dong. So we made sweatpant cookies with a little wiener, and the icing on top is like the sweatpants. And I also made a anatomically correct vagina cookie and a penis cookie. And the penis has a throbbing vein down the middle.
It sure does.
And pubes.
So I was presented this wonderful array of cookies, and then Jillian also had a box. And in the box
was a dick. Literally.
It's a dick in a box. So in the box was a little baggie of I'll do some ASMR for you guys.
But today we're going to open up this bag of penis-shaped candy.
It's a very all-inclusive bag because there's all different colors. Same size though. And on the bag is a sticker of Jesus that says the second coming. Exactly how you'd imagine it'd be spelled. And I didn't read that until now. And then underneath that was a big blue member, and it's soap. And it's not just any soap. It's soap with a suction cup at the end for you to stick it against your shower wall.
Actually, is this a bad time to tell you that that's not soap?
What do you mean?
Well, you know the Blue Man Group, right? So to answer everybody's question, yes, it is blue below the belt.
Jillian's been tracking the Blue Man Group around the country waiting for the perfect time to sever one of their penises.
I've been hunting them for sport.
You pretended to walk in on one of them in the bathroom, seduced him, and then mid hand job took a switchblade and just clean cut.
And then
He's fine.
Taxidermied it and put a suction cup on it.
And honestly, I am stunned. The balls are still attached, which I don't know how you did that. Just a clean cut suction cup attached. So when you put it on your bathroom wall, you can, work up a lather and also get some HJ practice in at the same time.
And maybe like a little BJ practice if you feel like it.
If I've sworn a lot that day, and I need to punish myself. So, Lindy, I just want to thank you for these incredible gifts. I think they're deserving of a promotion in terms of your patron status, from patron to patron saint.
In Domine Sanctus.
Shout out to Lindy. Everyone, please pray to her.
Everyone say thank you, Lindy.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Lindy. It's
Right.
nuts.
She brought me some lovely gifts for my birthday. We had a nice time on my birthday. We went out and we went to go see Nick Kroll at the Largo.
Oh my God, yeah.
Holy fuck. He brought out not only Zach Galifianakis, and then, my power just came back on.
Nice.
I hath invoketh the name of Zach Galifianakis, and the power hath returneth to my abode. In Domini.
I summon the power of the Galifianakis.
And he also just happened to casually bring out Adam fucking Sandler.
Yeah.
Which was balls
I
to
didn't
the
know who
wall.
that was, but he's pretty funny.
Well, you know Saddam Andler,
Yes.
his brother. Because, I mean, you're kind of into like the alt comedy scene, which I get.
I mean, I prefer like clowns and, jugglers and the type. So this was a new experience. I liked it.
You love the guy on the corner of my street who juggles oranges.
Oh my God. I'm his number one patron. That's genuinely where all my money goes to.
You're just throwing dollar bills out the window.
Yes. More.
Juggle those oranges. Juggle those oranges.
Now add another one. Yes.
Watermelon. Oh, God, I love LA. Yeah, we just have a resident juggler and a resident screamer and a resident mariachi band. And
There's a lot of occupations on the street that you could be.
Yeah, and, considering now that you're open to work, I say why not take on all three? You can juggle, scream, and play a mariachi music.
Oh my God. You're onto something.
I'm on something. It's
The
crack.
spectrum.
Yeah, so look, Jillian's exploring her options.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the comedy show was really great. I feel like that was like a nice little, I don't know,
It's
escape.
a highlight to the month.
Yeah. Well, because with those shows, it's cool because you were saying that he just like brings out whoever.
With the snap of his fingers, he can make the ghosts of whatever comedian he desires appear, and it's quite a talent, if you ask me. So we got a visit from Mitch Hedberg, Joe Carlin. What's his name? John Carlin. Carlin. What's his name?
I don't even know.
I just know his last name.
Are you talking about the fat guy from SNL?
No, what?
Chris Farley?
No. George Carlin. George R.R. Martin. Stop trying to record your queefs. It's not going to happen.
I think it picked it up. I'm not going to lie. But it was like a...
Stop. A fupa fart. Fart.
It's just the air escaping from my fat folds.
Anyway, Georgia R. Martin appeared. LL Ron Hubbard.
LL Bean. Famous comedian.
And Bean Farmer. No, it was actually great. Fucking Zach had an incredible joke about how Jesus was the original Nepo baby. So it was a blast. It was nice. I'm 28 if it wasn't obvious by the sound of my aged voice.
I'm 28 years old.
Every year your voice gets closer and closer to turning into something like this. It has a little bit of Laszlo in it, just a touch.
I hope I sound like that when I'm a grandma.
I'm going to force myself to talk like that when I'm a grandma. One day I'm just going to decide to move to New York City.
Yeah, I can't wait to fuck with my grandkids.
You are more likely to have grandkids at this point, considering the absolute lack of dating options I have available. I re-downloaded Hinge and it's very disappointing and upsetting.
Yeah.
So you're like, I can't relate. I am perfectly happy in my relationship and will never be alone again. I found my one true love. And,
I'm not going to die alone, unlike you.
I'm not going to die alone. I'm going to die in an orgy. I'm debating entering my whore era.
I just pictured like a massive pile of people like on top of you, like all having sex, and then they like peel themselves back layer by layer, and they're like, oh, she's passed. She's expired.
Yeah, I'm moving to London in this scenario.
Throw her out with the rest of them.
The cops walk in and it's just like a pile of dead bodies like inside of each other, and they're like, oh my God, what happened here? They're like, oh, what is that smell? And mid orgasm I just farted and fucking gassed everyone to death.
Have you ever farted when you've come?
Of course.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And honestly, I think it's happened before in the middle of passionate lovemaking.
Just an intercept in case anyone was wondering, this is why Jillian was let go.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify for the sake of transparency. It wasn't any other reason. Just a podcast.
I talk about farting and coming too much in an open public forum. So
at the same time, if you talked about them separately, not a huge deal, right?
It's just the combination of the two was just too crass and too vulgar for my employer to handle. So unfortunately was let go. But you know what? It's a free country, and I'm going to speak about farting and coming if I want to.
I'm going to destroy my career if it's the last thing I do. I will never be hired again, and that's how I want it.
I will be the most unemployable person.
Okay, sorry. You're farting and coming.
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. You fart and come at the same time, and you have like a good chuckle, and it's kind of funny. But you know what? This is my piece of advice to the single people or like people in relationships. If you can't laugh during sex with the person you're with, then what's the point?
If you can't laugh at the person you're having sex with,
you fucking loser.
And how crooked their penis is, then what's the point?
Yeah.
If I can't body shame the person I'm fucking mid-coitus,
then I don't want it.
You got a lot of pimples on your back.
Your nipples are kind of weird looking.
Anyway, well, speaking of bizarre accents and penises and boxes and whatnot, I have started watching American Horror Story again.
That's like the most perfect segue I've ever heard to talk about American Horror Story.
Thank you. It took me the past 5 minutes of mulling it over to decide to pull the trigger.
You're like, actually, I purposefully talked about all of that just to get to this point.
I stopped watching because it just got really camp and like kind of cringe. Whatever. So Ryan Murphy is one of the creators, and he also created the Dahmer show that I recently finally watched. So I really enjoyed the show, and I really love Evan Peters as an actor. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll start watching American Horror Story again because I just want to see Evan Peters. Like, I have a bulging heart on for this man.
You want to see Evan Peters, Evan Penis.
I want to see Evan Peters, Peter. And I've not been disappointed. He's incredibly fucking hot in this series in Hotel, but he has this like, hey, like transatlantic accent in it.
Yeah. Is he a ghost in that?
He's the ghost of like an H.H. Holmes. So he had like a murder hotel.
Oh.
Where he just murdered people for fun and then dropped their bodies down these chutes. And then he has this one thing, it's like Devil's Night, where all these serial killers come to a dinner at his hotel. And the irony is one of the serial killers there is Jeffrey Dahmer. And so Evan Peters is talking to Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm like, this isn't something that should have been done. It's just like, it feels really exploitative.
Yeah.
And someone made a joke about how Eileen Wuornos was there, the serial killer, and she's like joking about how Jeff likes dark meat. And I'm like, okay, Ryan.
Oh my God, come on.
And then fucking Ryan Murphy made a Dahmer show 10 years later. Like the same guy.
He was like, you know what? This ain't such a bad idea.
You watch the episode, you can tell he has an affinity for him in a weird way. So it's like, okay, like Ryan, what the fuck are you doing in your spare time?
Yeah, I think we need to open up an investigation.
So then I got to talking to Jillian about it, and I was like, what the fuck is up with the GIMP in all the episodes and all the seasons of American Horror Story? Like,
it's like where's Waldo? Where's the GIMP? And it's like, did you know in Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story, you can find the GIMP in every scene. It's
he's
like
just
Watch Mojo, like
brutally fucking sexually assaulting someone in the background. Yeah. Every fucking scene.
Well, did you know actually that that wasn't even planned. That's actually just Ryan Murphy in a GIMP suit, and they can't keep him out of the set, so they have to just keep him in the show. They're like filming a really emotional scene, and the GIMP shows up. And they're like, God damn it, Ryan!
Gyrating in the corner. For the last time, Ryan, I know you're the director, but that doesn't mean you can do whatever you want.
We have a lot of hardworking people working on this show, and you just come in here in your GIMP suit.
I shit you the fuck not. Every season, multiple episodes, there is a man in a GIMP suit, okay? And in this fucking hotel season, there is a scene where this guy who's going to buy the hotel, his son is wandering around, bouncing a ball of fucking around the hallways, whatever. Wanders into this corner where he looks up and there is Ryan Murphy, most likely, in a GIMP suit, pressing himself against this glass door, gyrating in front of this child. I go, who greenlit this? Like, did they just forget to edit it out in post? Like, who thought?
You know what happened? So that wasn't scripted at all, right?
Of course not. We know this.
But they didn't have enough footage to like fill the full episode of the show, so they're like, fuck, we have to use the GIMP footage.
They just had stock footage of Ryan gyrating through a glass door in his GIMP suit.
Please, I need to fucking see that. I don't remember that.
It's so fucking bad. I'll show you afterwards.
Oh.
I'm just like, the show is just straight up fucking and like sex crimes and GIMP suits.
That's basically the summary for every single season.
It's like, I want to say it's Zachary Quinto, who he plays this. I want to say it's him. He plays this blonde gay guy who goes into the hotel to do fucking heroin, and he gets like, I don't want to even say this because I feel like we're gonna get demonetized. Not like we're making money, but he gets R'd in the A.
Oh my God.
By a fucking GIMP suit guy with a drill bit 3-foot long dick. And it's just a minute of him getting attacked by this fucking man.
That's so excessive.
And I'm like, Ryan, what you can, in the privacy of your own home, you can engage in whatever bizarre acts that you are interested in. But honey, this is on film. These are paid actors that you're getting to get R-worded by a man with a drill bit strap on. What are we
it's-
doing, babes?
Yeah, it's a little excessive. I just think sometimes, we should say to ourselves, we can do this, but should we?
It's like God when he created James Charles,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What is this theory going around that he's dating like a 6'6" like football player or
Oh
something?
my God. Yes.
Is he?
No, it's Jeffree Star.
Oh, Jeffree
It's
Star.
not James Charles. It's
Every
Jeffree
time
Star.
I hear
No,
Jeffree
because,
Star, I think of Patrick Star.
well, James Charles, only like 16-year-old. So
Jesus fuck.
anyway, goddamn. No, I think Ryan Murphy is a very interesting individual. I mean, I think I watched American Horror Story.
I think I watched American Horror Story.
Up until like season. Oh my God, it was like
You watched
season.
Hotel, you said.
I watched Hotel, but I also watched a few seasons after that. I think like I stopped after Roanoke.
Because it was so bad.
It was so bad. And honestly, there was a piece of imagery from that show that has genuinely stuck with me to this day that I wish I had never seen.
Is this someone getting essayed with a drill bit cock?
It's a lot worse than that.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, it's these two. It's fucking Tessa. What the fuck is her last name?
Farmiga or whatever.
Yeah. It's her and this other character getting these sharpened logs rammed up their anuses and it comes out through their shoulder and then they get propped up and they're just like, oh, like fucking hoisted up like a little shish kebab. And it goes to their butts first.
This is an open letter to Ryan Murphy right now.
To stop. Please.
For the love of all that is good, release Evan Peters from your eternal grip. Please. Please let him go.
He didn't do anything. Let him go.
He has like a blood contract with him. No, you will film more torture porn scenes disguised as poppy television.
Now get back in that gimp suit, boy.
I think he just films all those episodes to add to his spank bank.
I mean, honestly, that would make a lot of sense. I just feel like it is a lot of torture porn and it's like
it's so fetishistic. It's so openly fucking fetishistic.
I mean, the first season I did
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, to each their own.
Well, everything in that show is sexualized. Like the violence is sexualized and it's like a bit much. There's a clip of like Jeff Dahmer gyrating on one of his would-be victims
in a gimp suit.
In a gimp suit. Again, with a gimp suit. I think, honestly, there must have just been a sale at a surplus store, and they're like, just buy them all.
We'd be losing money if we didn't buy all these gimp suits.
Ryan's like, put it on my card.
Okay. I guess you talking about, like, American Horror Story and all that stuff, it just, like, brings back so many memories, honestly. I feel like everybody used to be so obsessed with that show.
Well, yeah, because the first season was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a young Evan Peters.
I think the success of the first 3 seasons really got to Ryan Murphy's head. And that was a mistake as a society. We should not have let those do well.
If anyone listening to this has access to a time machine, please let us know.
Please, for the love of God. Look, I know your first instinct is to want to go back in time and like kill Hitler or whatever. Don't do that. I mean, you can, but just wait. Like, go.
Priorities, guys. Priorities.
The priority number 1 is to go back in time, find Ryan Murphy after he's just finished writing the pilot script for American Horror Story, take it from his hands, and burn it in front of him.
And then move on to Baby Hitler.
I think I've been inspired through all of this to figure out what my Halloween costume is going to be this year.
Gimp suit.
A gimp.
Gimp suit.
I am going to be a gimp. Yes.
Can we be the gimp who stole Christmas, please? 2023's hottest Halloween costume is the gimp who stole Christmas.
By the way, my mom told me that my dad listened to the bit about the gimp who stole Christmas and it brought him to tears because he was laughing so hard.
He was so ashamed of you as a daughter.
He was just crying.
He was crying because you stole that idea from him and he wanted to fucking make bank off
like, that little bitch.
I'm sorry, but like it's our idea and we're going to fully capitalize on it.
Sorry, I said it first.
We're making hats. Don't fart. Don't fart.
Don't do that.
We're making hats. We're making shirts. We're making thongs. We're making suits. Gimp suits. Green furry gimp suits. a ball gag for your dog. You know, we're going whole hog.
It's the gimp who stole Christmas. It's the gimp who stole Christmas.
You know, I think they were playing that song last night, the mariachi band. It was like 12:30 in the morning and they were celebrating some kid's birthday party and just it was a bunch of children screaming, running around in circles, holding hands, chanting.
And then Ryan Murphy showed up and everybody really started screaming.
Gyrating in a gimp suit, levitating in the air. No, I was on the phone with you last night and I was like, these kids are screaming in like sync together. They're just like all letting out like a guttural scream. And I'm like, what? What is happening? How much sugar have they had?
Oh my God.
They're trying to summon the spirit of Ryan Murphy so they can sacrifice him. Look, I've tried it too, kids. It's not going to work.
We've tried our damnedest,
You're
honestly.
not strong enough. You're children.
The man is just uncapturable.
Him his little slippery snake, a little sneaky snake. Which is ironically what he calls his penis. Stop farting!
So sorry. It's warm.
You know what? I think we should stop doing these. If you're gonna come in here and stink up my kitchen,
50 was enough.
50 was enough. 50 was more than enough. I can't believe we made it to 50.
I know.
You know what that means, right? We're finally free.
We did it.
We've paid our
debt.
Our sentence to the podcast gods. We're free. We're free.
Oh my God.
Oh
my
wow,
God.
that smells so bad. What?
Oh my God. Don't look now. It's fucking Ryan Murphy, dude. He's here and he's in the fucking gimp suit. He's coming for us.
No, Ryan, we're not even gay.
Oh my God, he's gyrating.
Oh no. Oh, it's crotchless. I see his crooked little wrinkly cock. Oh, Ryan, no. Get out, Ryan. Get.
Shoot, get.
Oh.
We're safe.
Oh my God, I almost just threw up a little
That was
bit.
a close one. I had to spray a little Lysol at him.
I should have mentioned he is, they are filming down the street. And he does tend to wander into people's homes.
A producer comes by like, we're so sorry about that. He has a
Here's
habit
$50.
of wandering. He got off his leash again.
He usually loves the leash. I don't know why he's so against it now. That was the most soul-altering laugh I have ever witnessed from you. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. It's just the imagery of like Ryan Murphy being like a feral gimp. Just terrorizing like local neighborhoods.
He loves his leash. I don't know why.
I would say I'll punish him later, but he would just like that.
Our hands are tied. So are his because he loves bondage.
He's a little freak. I mean, it's just like thinking of him as like the creator of this show, and like he's like such an important part of the process, but like he's just absolutely unhinged,
Crawling around set in a gimp suit begging for people to spank him. On all fours, like completely covered, like his face. There's no breathing holes. He's just suffocating in there.
Someone like an intern is like, oh my God, should we help him? And they're like, no, he likes it.
Oh, fuck. This is gonna live with me for the rest of my life, and I'm like not upset about it. Every time I see a gimp now in that show, I'm gonna send you a picture and be like, Ryan Murphy's at it again. Oh, Murph.
That darned Ryan, always getting into shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Well, one thing I can say about this podcast, in the end, we did it our way and we did it. And that's all that matters. Not that it was good or not good
or meaningful or
got one of us fired, but that it happened. And, don't smile because it's over. Cry because it happened. As I always say, well, we thank you for your patronage. Lindy, literally our patron saint, our $1 a month donator. We've probably made, what, $6 now? $5?
I would think so. It's enough to buy a half of an iced coffee.
Mm-hmm. And we, in honor of the podcast making it 50 episodes, that's exactly what we're going to go do. So to all y'all out there, thank you for listening all this time.
Thank you.
From the Bay of San Francisco to the skyscrapers of New York
to the Gulf of Texas,
to the lakes of Michigan. We're glad you're a friend.